And number 18, Jacqueline Roselle. The coach of the Saints is Rick Schroeder in his third season. His assistants are Jeanette Abbott, Tyler Van Hilton, and Michaela Hazen. Your Blue Devils come into tonight's matchup with a record of 16 wins and 9 losses, and are currently 9-4 in the conference. Here are their starters. Number 1, Alicia Vibushin. Number 2, Jessica Lodge. Number 4, Christy Doherty. Number 6, Zakia Hunt. Number 7, Kavara Romakova. And number 10, Lexi Zamoniak.
Welcome into LTSN, a weekend of potentially monumental conference collisions ahead for the Blue Devils. Starting tonight with Aquinas in town, a tasty matchup between two teams that went the distance the last time they met up, and the Blue Devils claim the first point of the night. A highly anticipated night between two teams that currently sit fourth. The Blue Devils in the conference and Aquinas couple of spots ahead. Lawrence Tech a chance to potentially move to third at the end of the night, but they would need Rochester to upset Cornerstone, as we are now knotted up one apiece in this opening set. Blue Devils coming off a loss to Lourdes that snapped 5 in a row in the conference, 5 wins in a row in the conference. Aquinas is currently in second place in the WAC at 23-6. A formidable opponent. The Blue Devils now up 2-1 in this opening set. Greetings, everyone. I'm Jason Ross Jr. A pleasure to have you back here once more. Our 8th of 10 women's volleyball broadcasts as we head down the home stretch of this WAC regular season. Here's the setup that time to Jocelyn Roselle. This Blue Devil team has already seen Aquinas once. I spoke to Ed Rule about that matchup before we got underway today, and he said that, one of the keys against this team, one of his key takeaways from that first matchup at least, was you have to stay aggressive against these guys. If you slow down, they'll take advantage, and you have to stay aggressive and move at a quick pace. And here's a little middle set that time, going to Kylie Christensen and the contingent of Aquinas fans that have traveled well on this night make their applause heard, and it's a 3-2 lead for the Saints early on here. Stephanie Chenlow, the senior, getting us underway. The back set there from High Duck, finding Just Lodge. She goes down in the line, and now a free ball sent over. Can the Blue Devils take advantage here? They go cross-court. Lodge once again. And time on the outside. Lodge there defensively, but a free ball sent over off the swing. Now Aquinas goes back to Jocelyn Roselle. They've gone to her quite a bit in the early goings, and it's a 4-2 lead for Aquinas. Aquinas comes into this one under head coach Rick Schroeder in his third season at the helm. And there's Alicia Vaipushan, only in her first season as a Blue Devil. And able to two of the block there, the junior, Zakiya Hunt, to pull LTU within one now in this opening set. Zakiya Hunt comes in leading this Blue Devil team in kills at 247 on the season coming into tonight. Also the most efficient hitter as well as being the most productive, hitting .322 on the season. They go outside once again looking for Roselle, diving, sprawling attempt there to keep things alive from Zamoniak. Now the back set, Roselle once more, goes off speed this time and able to fool the Blue Devils, and they claim once again now a 2-point opening set lead. Roselle, the freshman from Grand Rapids, one of 5 Grand Rapids natives on this Aquinas team. She's had a productive freshman year, and she finds herself targeted quite a bit early on. Just poking one over at the net there was Isabella McDonald, the sophomore. That one gets over the block into the back row. Lodge will have to chase this down. Now Zakiya Hunt sends over a free ball. The back set, who will they go to here? They find Maddie Ingram. Blue Devils once again sprawling to just keep it alive. Now Aquinas, here they are in transition, and that sails long. Blue Devils claim a point that at the beginning it didn't look like they should have claimed, but nonetheless they'll pull within one here. 5-4 now in the opening set. LTU at 16-9, looking to preserve what is currently an undefeated home record. They come into tonight 7-0 at home. Plenty of big wins on this home floor early in the season, and they're looking to claim another one tonight. They claim the point there to knot up this opening set on the error from Danielson. Raynali Cleason, the freshman from Edmonton, serves here. Takes a blast defensively, wearing that black jersey, but the Saints will claim the point. And coming in here, Peyton Klein makes her way back in. Back to serve, Carly Morris, the 5'9" junior from Clarksville. Lodge. McDonald, such a productive freshman here. Desi Cook, one of a few seniors, just touches it on over. And the Blue Devils tie it up once more, 6-6 now. Mentioned Isabella McDonald on that last point. There she is again, really had a productive outing the last time these two teams met up in that match that went the distance in Grand Rapids. Aquinas took that one, 3-2. Here is Isabella McDonald off the block. Sprawling attempt there from Morris to keep things alive. And a sizzler down the line. Might have just barely caught Christy Doherty. And Aquinas will retake the lead, 7-6 now here in the opening set. LTU has played 6 matches since we last saw them on this home floor, going 3-3 in that stretch. Spoke to Coach Rule about that stretch before this match started, and he told me, it went pretty well up until that last matchup against Lourdes. That was a straight set loss on the road, a tough one at the hands of the Grey Wolves. Blue Devils still are the only team to knock off Lourdes in conference play. Lourdes sits up there at 13-1 in the WAC, and they could really get some breathing room. Those fans are kind of rooting for the Blue Devils these next couple of days, because if LTU can knock off Aquinas and Cornerstone over this weekend, Lourdes could really find themselves with some breathing room at the top of the conference. So Grey Wolves fans are rooting for the Blue Devils over these next couple of days. And Blue Devils currently find themselves with an 8-7 lead here in this opening set as that ball hops up way up high in the ceiling. Now it sends over from the back row, and Christy Doherty will have a chance here to go cross court to Just Lodge, but that'll sail long to the pleasure of the Aquinas sideline. Knotted up at 8. We expected a tight one coming in. As anticipated, it has been back and forth early on here. LTU really had a back-and-forth opening set in their last matchup against Lourdes. But that opening set ended with Lourdes going on a run. A 6-0 run to finish off the opening set, and from there they kind of didn't look back. But LTU once again retaking the lead here, now 9-8. With Alexi Zamoniak, the senior from Onaway, Michigan, back to serve here. Big blast there from Peyton Klein. Vaipushan. Gramakova can set up a couple of blasts of her own and does that there to give the Blue Devils now a 2-point opening set lead. Varvara Gramakova comes into this one second on the team in kills as that one soars over the block and catches the line. Here's Peyton Klein, the sophomore who has followed up an impressive freshman season that saw her reach the 228 kill mark. She recently eclipsed the 200 kill mark for the second season in a row. And they'll go once again there to Roselle. Out of the back row, Zamoniak. Did she catch the line? She did not. 10-10 now. Down the line, kind of awkward reception there from Zamoniak. Had to be a little bit awkward. Roselle, Vaipushan, Doherty. Who will she find? She might have touched the net there. And that'll send Peyton Klein once again back to serve here. She can really elevate in that middle blocker position. There's Zakia Hunt, in the middle on the Blue Devils side of the net, who can elevate herself and finds the mark there, 11-11. Zakia Hunt, so impressive. Her love for the game is always palpable out there when you're watching her. Glad to have this Blue Devil team back at home, where they have performed so well. They seem to have a different sort of confidence that is now not a coincidence. 7-0 at home. Here's the back set this time, going to Kylie Christensen, and Christensen executes 12-11 as Aquinas retakes the opening set lead. Zamoniak, high duck, Hunt. Roselle, it's Zamoniak, now the back set, here's Doherty. And she finds the marker down the line, getting the touch. Christy Doherty, she can do that as well as being such an architect at that setter position. One of a few really key juniors on this Blue Devil team, along with Zakia Hunt and Varvara Gramakova. A few names that we are bound to call quite a bit tonight. Here's Roselle. We've called her name quite often tonight. High duck, she'll set up Isabella McDonald, and the sophomore has gotten off to a nice start tonight. And we'll see some confidence in McDonald, perhaps after the successful outing that she had against Aquinas in that first 5-set matchup that these two teams had. Back to serve here, Just Lodge. Nice flat serve over right at Roselle. Now the back set looking for Christensen, and Christensen goes cross court to tie us up once again here in the opening set. Adrian Yondo subs in, another Grand Rapids native, out of Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and now here is High Duck going to Doherty, and Doherty unleashes enough power to disrupt Aquinas and give the Blue Devils another lead. 14-13 now. Back and forth we go as we see Desi Cook make her way back in. And Renali Gleason in the black libero jersey tonight will go back to serve. Feels like she's gotten better as the season has gone along, but a service error there is a mistake that neither team will hope to compile too many of tonight. Couple of top conference opponents going head-to-head in a big collision as we reach the latter half of the season. Out of the back row that time, Maddie Ingram, the junior, Point Blue Devils. Dramakova back in here for Hajduk. As Blue Devils will serve, it'll be Doherty back to serve. One of the better servers, if not the best server on this Blue Devil team. Ingram, did that get a touch? It did not. 16-14 now, Blue Devil lead. Big opportunity here with Doherty serving and a 2-point opening set lead in an opening set that has been airtight. Doherty, she'll go cross court. Isabella McDonald, that's dug out there. Now they'll go to Kristen Danielson, one of the better hitters on this Aquinas team. They'll go right back to her. Danielson, this time a little less power. Doherty handles it. Kind of bumped it back there to McDonald. Sprawling effort from Morris to no avail. Sends over and out of play. 17-14. Blue Devils take advantage there. You can feel kind of how big these moments are, considering how this opening set has gone. The slide behind attempt there from Peyton Klein, and she snaps a bit of a Blue Devil run. It was 3 in a row for Lawrence Tech. Here's Kelsey Fisher. Grand Rapids CC transfer in now. Middle set there to McDonald, and it goes long. So 2 in a row for Aquinas after 3 in a row for Lawrence Tech. Nice serve there that kind of handcuffed McDonald, and that has now led to 3 in a row for Aquinas. Aquinas comes in at 4-3 on the road this year. They're a whopping 14-1 at home. They've also been very successful in front of the home fans, just as the Blue Devils have been. Blast there, right at Lodge. That one coming in from Danielson. We'll see if she continues to heat up here, the 5'10 senior. Cook. They do go back to Danielson. She's mixing it up quite well. McDonald, and McDonald mixes it up herself with an off-speed roll shot. Too much to handle that time, and a much-needed point to snap what was a 4-0 scoring run for Aquinas. We could very well see a 5-setter tonight. If this is any indication of how this match could go. That catches the fingertips of Vaibhushan. 19-18 now, Aquinas. The last 2 times that these squads have met up, those matchups have both been 5 sets. Could we be in for the same type of thriller tonight? Doherty chases that down to Dramakova now. They'll go to Roselle, and that time the Blue Devils will claim the point off of the mistimed tip from Roselle. Didn't really get a clean approach on it there. (19-19). Fast-paced system being run here for Aquinas, and the Blue Devils that time claim a touch. 20-19 now. Blue Devils have done really well in opening sets on this home floor. Here's Zamoniak. They go cross court all the way to Roselle. And in front of Vaibhushan, that was long, I believe. I think the initial reaction from both sides was that Aquinas had won the point. I think even the Blue Devils thought they had lost that point. First time out of the night, as Blue Devils find themselves 4 points away, 21-19, the opening set lead here on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Volleyball on your home for Blue Devil Athletics. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. Okay. Welcome back to LTSN. Blue Devils with a 21-19 opening set lead. Here's the aggressive play once again from Aquinas and Peyton Klein to cut that lead down to 1. And Peyton Klein will go back to serve here. The sophomore from Bruce Township. Redhead Zamoniak, the senior. Doherty, sprawling effort. Now they go cross court to Roselle, right into the block. That was splendid. And the Blue Devils are 3 points away now. Gramakova goes down the line there. Now, middle set there to Christensen. Blue Devils handled that heat well. They had a little dump over there. Vipushan handles it, but too much to handle on the second time around. 22-21 now. This is the type of high-pressure action that we anticipated coming in. Back to serve here, Stephanie Chenlo. Vipushan there defensively on the effort. Now Vipushan sends over a free ball. Here's Chenlo, a little back set that time. Going to Mackenzie Sanders, chasing this down. Heiduck, Vipushan has to send over another free ball. Blue Devils up 1 here. Opening set, dumped over. Vipushan again. Kuntz, who will she go to? Lodge, kind of contorting her body there. And Aquinas claims the point once again to the delight of these fans who have traveled quite well. 22-22. Ed Rule answers with a timeout of his own. And we'll go to another quick breather here on LTSN. Both teams just 3 points away now. We'll be right back here on LTSN, your home for Blue Devil Athletics and Blue Devil Women's Volleyball. Yeah, that's a long drive. Welcome back to LTSN, 22-22, a deadlock. Set number 1 from Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Blue Devils trying to stay perfect at home. Aquinas with other ideas tonight. The second place team in the WAC at the moment. This is a huge one for the Saints, as they are still within striking distance of Lourdes, but a loss tonight would be a hit to their chances of that top spot. The Blue Devils on the other side, they're trying to keep their hopes alive as well. They still feel they can climb up. They have a chance to potentially pass up Cornerstone over this weekend. Cornerstone comes into town tomorrow. Another timeout here is Aquinas now just a couple of points away. We'll go to another quick breather here on LTSN. Welcome back to the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. Here we go, 23-22 Aquinas in this first set. Lodge over the block. We could be in for a hard-fought battle all night long. Roselle, diving effort from Zimoniak, but now Aquinas just 1 point away from taking the opening set. First time these two teams met up, Aquinas claimed the opening set in Grand Rapids. Hunts, that's long, and Aquinas has once again claimed the opening set. Their fans stand up in the burgundy and white. The Blue Devil fans will hope for some life in the second set. A big second set ahead for both of these teams. They'll be back on LTSN. 25-22. Aquinas claims the opening set on the road here in Don Riddler Fieldhouse. You're watching the Lawrence Tech Sports Network, your home for Blue Devil athletics. I think so. 6 last night. Very good. Yeah. No. Welcome back to LTSN. Second set getting underway. Aquinas up 1 set after claiming that opener 25-22. Now a big, you'd probably consider it a must-win set for Lawrence Tech, as that swing doesn't clear the net that time. Doherty, shoulder to Gramakova. Gramakova finds the touch, tooling the block there, and knocks it up at 1 apiece. Brittany Schmidt, the senior, out on the floor as well now. We'll see if they can get her going in this second set. Very quiet in that opener. Gramakova leads the way with 5 kills now. There's Schmidt kind of keeping things alive there. Now Doherty sends one over. To the middle they go. Now Doherty, she will look for Schmidt here. Unable to get a really clean swing off. Not much of an approach there. But that'll sail long and point LTU. Roselle. Chenlo, and that is out of the reach that time of Zmoniak. So back to serve will be Stephanie Chenlo, Jenison, Michigan native. Senior setter who made her way just over 1,000 assists last season. The block is up that time. That's the excellent block that head coach Ed Rule talked to me about before this match started. This is an Aquinas team that has some pretty legitimate height. The Blue Devils on the other side of the net, looking to avoid what would be a 3rd consecutive loss. LTU went 3-3 on that 6-game stretch. Only 2 of those 6 matches were actually WAC matches. A win over University of Michigan Dearborn to get the season sweep of the Wolverines, and then a loss to Lourdes last time out in straight sets. The rest of it was the 2018 Indiana Tech tournament. 4 non-conference opponents. Blue Devils went 2-2 in that tournament. Brittany Schmidt will go back to serve here. The back set this time, going to Christensen. Schmidt, the sprawling defensive effort. Zmoniak out of the back row. Carly Morris now, though, try to go that time down the line from Maddie Ingram. Here we go with Isabella McDonald over the block into the back row. Look to Roselle. They've gone to her pretty often through these first 2 sets. McDonald, she was an early target in that first set. Can she get something going here? Doherty, who's she looking for? She's going to McDonald. Extended rally here off the 10-foot line. It's Maddie Ingram. Blue Devils with some time to set up. Doherty fires away. It was the 3rd touch, so she had to get it over the net. Now sprawling effort from Schmidt. McDonald would just kind of contort her body and let that one go over. Here's the effort from Danielson. Now Roselle. Zmoniak takes the blast, takes the heat there. Doherty out of the back row. Point Blue Devils on an extended rally there. That was a fun one. And the Blue Devils are able to claim what is now a 1-point second set lead. LTU at 16-9 on the year, 9-4 in the conference, 4th place, but a chance to move up if they can come away with a couple of big wins. They trail by a set here on the home floor, where they are 7-0. Here's the back set going that time to Ingram, kept alive. Zakia Hunt sends over a free ball into the back row, and that one sizzles past the diving effort from the senior Brittany Schmidt. And we are knotted up as we were for much of the first set. High Ducks, back set to Doherty, the versatile junior. And the Blue Devils are up 5-4 now. That'll send the freshman Raynali Kaleeson back, and the senior Desi Cook will come on in as well. In the middle, that role that she's played so well. Really feels like an energizer when she gets going for this team. A little roll shot there from Christensen, finding the open space a bit too easily there. That'll send Carly Morris back. Morris, the junior. Some very good high school days in Clarksville. Here's Doherty flying out of the back row there. And point LTU. Aquinas won the opening set 25-22. Doherty back to serve here. Blue Devils had one of their better runs with Doherty serving in that first set. Schmidt out of the back row, still in search of her first kill of the night. That one clips off the block. Pancake attempt there from Kaleeson, but to no avail. 6-6 now. Kelsey Fisher back to serve. Doherty, she'll look to Gramakova, who just sends one into the middle over the net. Now Danielson. Here's Kaleeson. Bumps it up to Doherty. Fires one on pass. Dumped over there from Stephanie Chenlow. There's Desi Cook trying to make something out of it, but into the block. 7-6 now is the Aquinas second set lead. They're up 1-0 with Fisher back to serve here. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to LTSN, wherever you may be, tuning in on our LTU Athletics Facebook page or our LTU Athletics YouTube channel. Once again, you can rewatch this matchup afterwards on both of those platforms if you can't make it in time tonight. Here's Gramakova, but the Blue Devils now down 2 in the second set. Danielson, big swing, and Danielson claims her 4th kill of the night. They really go to her, Roselle, and Christensen quite often. Cross court, back to Danielson as she begins to heat up a bit, giving the Blue Devils a bit of trouble and sparking what is now a 4-0 run for the Saints on the road here. Ooh, an awkward effort to just keep things alive there. Slide behind that time coming from Peyton Klein. 11-6 now. That was Klein's 5th kill of the night, hitting a cool 200. And this run continues for the visiting Saints. Aquinas leads the head-to-head overall history, 7-3. They've won 6 of the past 8 over LTU. Last 2 have been a split, but they certainly come in with confidence under head coach Rick Schroeder. 2nd place in the WAC. Coming in off a 4-set win over Huntington College. Aquinas also, their last 4 matches have been a part of the Aquinas Cornerstone Crossover Tournament, so they're coming in off of a lot of non-conference play. They went 4-0 in that Aquinas Cornerstone Crossover setup with wins over Carroll College, Indiana University, South Bend, Grace College, and Huntington College as Danielson sends one over here off the 10-foot line. Doherty, who will they go to here? It'll be Schmidt now flying in there. Oh, there is Danielson, and she finds a touch. 13-7 now. The Saints in command, and the Blue Devils looking to find some resiliency, looking to stay calm. Ed Rule leaving his team out there. No timeout taken so far. You really can't lose your mental focus, your mental toughness against a team like this. You have to stay aggressive. As Ed Rule told me, that one finds the floor, and the Blue Devils snap the run. 13-8 now. Zimoniak, the Onaway, Michigan native, our Blue Devil football team went up north this weekend. Zimoniak from up close to the UP. The LTU football team going all the way up to northern Michigan in the UP. And here is a call on the double hit. And that'll give the point to Aquinas. The Saints lost their last conference match to Cornerstone in 4 sets. But they're up 2 sets to none here on the road, and with a 14-8 second set. We'll be right back on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Volleyball on your home for Blue Devil Athletics. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Welcome back to LTSN. Saints with a 14-8 second set lead. Doherty goes back to Gramakova. And Gramakova finds the touch on over for her 6th kill of the night, leading the way as the Blue Devils try to climb back in this second set. We've seen them get on long runs themselves, especially at home. And the service ace there as they look to spark some momentum and spark some life. (14-10) now. Gramakova back to serve here. Roselle, and that'll be too tough to keep alive. Congestion on that side of the net. 15-10 now. Aquinas comes in at 23-6 on the season. LTU at 16-9. Doherty powering one down and through and claiming a touch. And the setup to Roselle. 16-11 now. High duck. We'll go to McDonald. Stephanie Chenlo, she's been so good tonight in that setter position. 15 assists on the night. Looking again for Danielson there. Now McDonald will send it over. Danielson there defensively. Chenlo, that time a middle set. Blue Devils were there on the answer with the block. Dumped over by Doherty. 16-12 now as Cook will make her way back in. Chenlo, this time looking for Christensen. Pancake dig there from Kalisen, but the call, and they will award that point to Aquinas. Aquinas up a set here in this second set. They claim the opener, 25-22. Such a tight opener. They've been a bit more in command in this second. McDonald, Blue Devils have gone to her over 20 times now. As chasing that one down there, Chenlo, and finds Christensen, or Danielson rather, who had, I guess, so much time there to just kind of hop up and give her a nice approach and just really destroy that one. 18-12 now here in the second set. Kalisen, and that was an awkward deflection off her forearms. 19-12 as Aquinas continues to inch closer to a two-set lead on the road. Blue Devil crowd hasn't really had much momentum to feed off of, that, like we've seen in the previous 7 matches on this home floor. (20-12) now, the Aquinas second set lead. The Saints once again lead by a set on the road. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Blue Devil Volleyball on your home for Lawrence Tech Athletics. Welcome back into LTSN. Aquinas 5 points away. It's a pleasure to have you here on LTSN. I'm Jason Ross Jr., producer Kia Titus behind the screens, Jenna Skalski running the cameras tonight here on your home for Blue Devil Athletics. Danielson out of the back row. Schmidt made a defensive play out of the back row. Now Doherty goes cross court, and that will catch the line going cross court. 13-20 is the line that Doherty will look at serving here. Aquinas up a set on the road. The junior back to serve here. Chenlo looking for Danielson. We've seen that so often tonight. Doherty. Getting down there was Yondo. And the block is up that time with Gramakova and Cook. LTU is coming off a 3-set loss to Lourdes. They're looking to get back to their winning ways tonight. Kalisen will go to Gramakova. Down the line, Yondo is ready. Danielson, McDonald. Carly Morris will go back to Danielson again here. And a bit of what appeared to be a miscommunication going. It was Doherty and McDonald trying to make the defensive play. Kelsey Fisher back to serve here. In tight at the net. And point, Aquinas. Fisher, kind of a second option at the setter position for Aquinas, back serving here. They'll take a bomb defensively there, and Danielson finishes things off. Danielson came into tonight leading this Aquinas team in kills at .319 on the season. One of the better outside hitters in the WAC. Had 16 kills last time out against Huntington College to go along with hitting .368. We've seen her continue her powerful ways tonight. 23-15 now as the substitution will come in here. It's Samantha Von Houten who got the start tonight on the Saints side of the net. Back to serve here, Vipushin. True freshman from Tecumseh, Ontario, and not too far away in the Windsor area. Here she is. Dumped over there from Chenlo. Vipushin handles it once more. They'll go outside Schmidt. Nice approach. Blast there right at Yondo, but she did a nice job to handle it. Danielson, Vipushin now having to handle things defensively. In transition, the Blue Devils. Schmidt, that sails long. Set point. Aquinas in complete control now, and they'll have plenty of chances to close it out. Nice job there. Smart cerebral play from Doherty. Something we're used to seeing out of her. So now the Blue Devils will be serving here. A nice serve there that kind of threw off the Saints, and double hit there was pretty evident. 24-17 now. Zamoniak back to serve. Nice approach from Roselle, and it is a 2-set-to-none lead now for the Saints. So the Blue Devils find themselves with their backs against the wall going into a final must-win now third set at home. Blue Devils looking to stay alive. They'll head to the locker room, and we'll be back in just under 5 minutes here on LTSN. Aquinas leads it 2-0. Welcome back to the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. Blue Devil fans on the edge of their seats and hoping for some much-needed production, hoping for a much-needed turnaround in this third set. The Blue Devils are looking to avoid a second consecutive sweep at the hands of a conference opponent this big weekend with Aquinas and Cornerstone coming to town. Aquinas won the first matchup between these two out in Grand Rapids. That was a 5-setter. This one has been, for the most part, at least in the second set, much more convincing fashion in favor of Aquinas. Tomorrow, Cornerstone comes to town. That'll be a 1 p.m. start right here on LTSN. You can watch that on the LTU Athletics Facebook channel and the LTU Athletics YouTube channel tomorrow at 1 p.m. Unfortunately, I'll be gone for that one. We have our big senior day on the women's and men's soccer side tomorrow. You can watch those matchups at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on LTSN. But we'll have our final broadcast of the season when Madonna comes to town on Halloween. That is a big, highly anticipated one that I can't wait for. A rematch of another one that was a 5-setter. The Blue Devils lost that one the last time they went out to Livonia. But these are big matches with big implications down the road. And LTU obviously in need of 3 sets in a row now. Where can they find the momentum that could lead to a turnaround? This is a team that has the capability of going on long runs and of sparking momentum and feeding life into this home crowd. They are 7-0 on this home floor, but Aquinas is currently threatening that record. Here is Varvara Gramakova. Doherty taps it over. Carly Morris in the back row. Back set here, flying in there was Maddie Ingram. Here's Just Lodge trying to get her going. Lodge with just 1 kill on the night, hitting negative. That's a piece that the Blue Devils really need to get going and just haven't been able to find her tonight, get her in a rhythm. Blast sent over, and that caught a couple of fingertips. That was some power. You could hear that from outside of this gym. 3-2 now. Aquinas coming off the hand of Jocelyn Roselle. They've gone to her more than anyone tonight. She's leading the way with 11 kills on that Aquinas side of the net. Zakia Hunt goes right into the block. Points Aquinas 3-3 now. That time Hunt's off the block, but a nice saving effort from Morris, the libero, who can also transition over to the outside. But it's her defensive effort that has really marked this season for Aquinas, and we've seen it again there. But the point does go to LTU, and that'll send Nicole Heiduck back to serve here. Heiduck, the mature freshman. Stephanie Chenlow, the setter position for Aquinas, has done such a nice job. Here's Doherty. We've seen her having to play a larger role in terms of picking up the production of this Blue Devil team, and getting kills and finding open spots on the court. Down the line they go that time. Heiduck goes back to Doherty. Back set this time. That was a clean slide behind from Peyton Klein. she just kind of soars through the air. You look back to her high school days when she set the high jump record at Romeo High School and still holds that record. Isabel McDonald cleaning things up there to get us back to even, 6-6. Doherty. Here's Coleson. McDonald. That's long from the Farmington, Michigan native. No Grand Rapids natives on the LTU roster. Danielson serving here. Doherty. There's Gromikova. Danielson handles it defensively out of the back row. Flying there off the 10-foot line was Roselle, picking up her 12th kill of the night and giving Aquinas a 2-point third set lead. Aquinas leads this match 2-0 at the moment, as the smell of popcorn continues to percolate throughout Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Very tempting. Love this home atmosphere. But these home fans hoping for something to revitalize the noise in this gym. We'll have some basketball here next week with the women's team getting underway. The Blue Devil Classic had Midnight Madness here last week. That was a heck of an atmosphere. And they'll welcome in opponents next Friday and Saturday. We'll have that for you on LTSN. Getting basketball season underway. Can't wait for that. Right now, the Blue Devil volleyball team in the latter half of their home schedule, going down the home stretch of this season, looking to keep this perfect home record alive and looking to keep their chance of contention to get to the top of the conference alive. Currently in 4th place and currently contesting a call here. Okay, so now the point does stay with Aquinas, 9-8 with a 2-0 lead, and it's Peyton Klein back to serve. Down the line she goes, Edvi Pushin. Doherty will look to lodge. They need to get her going, and they find her there for just her 2nd kill of the night. Brittany Schmidt, who is also in search of her 1st kill of the night. That's not something you want to say, really. You know, Brittany Schmidt still in search of her 1st kill of the night. And on the other side, Just Lodge, only with 2 on the night. When this Blue Devil team is producing, those players are producing. Doherty will try to find Gromikova here. The middle set, and I believe that Stephanie Chenlow might have touched the net there. Schmidt had 11 kills versus Lourdes and hit 200 to put that into context. But she also kind of really struggled in that first matchup against Aquinas. They kind of really never got her going. Hit negative in that one with no kills. Point goes to LTU here. They still currently hold a 1-point lead in this must-win 3rd set. Down 2 sets. Out of the middle, Rosalind, but long. There's Var Gramakova. 225 kills coming into the night for Gramakova. Serving there, and the serve goes long. Service errors have been at times a problem for her this year. Serve coming in there from Yondo. Here's Doherty. Off the block, tracking that down Morris. High duck. Really nice job to move laterally there. Morris once again. Off the 10-foot line. Danielson firing away. Vibhushan, free ball sent over. Can Aquinas take advantage? They'll go with the middle set. Cooking it too high and too long that time. Too hot and too long, rather. Kylie Christensen. High duck serving now. Back set. This time they go back to Christensen. Down the line. What a defensive effort from Kaleeson. Here is Danielson. They'll go back to Danielson in the middle. And Danielson finds space to perfection. Danielson, she's been magnificent tonight. 308 hitting percentage, now 11 kills. 13-12. The Blue Devil lead still in this third set. In tight at the net there. The violation and points Aquinas. Aquinas with a half-game lead on Cornerstone coming into the weekend in the WAC. They currently sit second in the WAC. Flying out of the back row there was Roselle, and point will go to Aquinas once again. Big matchup for both sides. Looking at it from the Aquinas point of view. If you can win tonight, and barring a collapse, then still a chance to move up and challenge Lourdes for the top spot in the conference. A 15-13 lead for Aquinas at the moment, and a 4-0 run. Here is Morris. Kaleeson, high duck, Zakiya Hunt. Here's high duck off the 10-foot line. McDonald, high duck. Here is McDonald once again. Free ball sent over. Blue Devils down 3. They'll need to take advantage of this. McDonald goes cross court. Hunts! That's, what are they going to call here? They'll give the point to Aquinas. (17-13). That felt big. Doherty off the block that time, and just having to chase that one down there was Maddie Ingram. Dumped over, pancake dig to save the day from Kristen Danielson. Into the block that time. Aquinas with another chance from Danielson. High duck in the back row there. They'll go cross court. McDonald right into the block. Popped up there. Here is high duck. Just having to chase that one down. Kind of went cross court there to McDonald, but not in the fashion that they wanted to. Danielson taking a blast there and saving the day was Kaleeson. That one falls over the outstretched arm of Stephanie Chenlow. And the Blue Devils climb within 3. A rally that sparks a tad bit of momentum from this Blue Devil crowd. Can they keep it alive? Timeout called. Big points ahead. Much needed points ahead for Lawrence Tech. You're watching LTU Volleyball on the LTU Sports Network, your home for Blue Devil Athletics. Once again, Aquinas with a 2-set lead here in the third set. Blue Devils in need of winning this set. We'll be back in 50 seconds on LTSN. Welcome back to LTSN. 17-14 is the Aquinas lead. The Blue Devils are serving with Reynaldi Gleason. Aquinas with a 2-0 lead on the road. Point Blue Devils here. 17-15 now. LTU hitting 145 as a team. Aquinas at 216 as a team. All the way into the back row there for Adrian Yondo to handle. The freshman out of Grand Rapids. The freshman Nicole Heiduck handles that there in turn. Chenlo sets up Danielson. We've said that all night long. And it's continued to work going outside there. 18-15. Here's Kelsey Fisher from Fenton. Chasing that down, Heiduck. Off the 10-foot line, Doherty. The error, and now 19-15 Aquinas. Doherty. Here's Heiduck. Cross court, McDonald. Another mishandle, and 20-15 now in favor of the Saints, who are in search of their 24th victory of the season. Elena Hawthorne in now. And this run for Aquinas continues. 4 in a row now. Calmly back there serving. Kelsey Fisher. Heiduck's back set to Doherty. That sails again, and the Saints are 3 points away. Their fans have traveled well, and their fans now are awaiting just 3 points away from what could be a 24th victory on the year and another victory on the road. The Blue Devils are in search of a monumental shift, and this one a seismic shift, if you will. We'll be back here on LTSN in about 50 seconds. 22-15 is the Aquinas third set lead. They're up 2-0. Kelsey Fisher. Heiduck, middle set this time to Doherty. Blue Devils trying to stay alive here. 22-16 in the third with Aquinas up 2-0. Doherty serving here. Just hasn't quite been the same flow, the same Blue Devil team that we've been used to on this home floor tonight. But a nice defensive effort to stay alive there. They aren't giving up just yet. but the blast down the line, we've seen that all night long from Kristen Danielson and company, and it's been a little too much to handle, just like that point. It'll be interesting to get head coach Ed Rule's comments after this one. He felt they really needed to be aggressive coming into tonight. Pushin. Danielson. That time doing it in different ways, and you can hear the roar from this Aquinas faithful that have traveled so well. They have taken over tonight, and they find themselves 1 point away now from this match. Kristen Danielson's 1,000th kill of her career. The Aquinas fans salute her. Her teammates salute her. And it was a performance to admire tonight from the visiting Saints. Blue Devils go down on the home floor. The first home loss of the season at the hands of Aquinas. Aquinas, their hopes are still alive to possibly climb all the way up to the top of the conference. A milestone night for Danielson and her fans that have traveled well. Aquinas improves to 24-6 on the year. The Blue Devils drop this one, going to 16-10, 9-5 in the WAC. Still a huge match ahead tomorrow as the Blue Devils will welcome in Cornerstone at 1 p.m. We'll have that matchup for you right here on LTSN at 1 p.m. It'll be looking forward to you joining us again tomorrow. It was a pleasure to have you here. Kia Titus behind the screens producing the show. Janiskalski behind the cameras. I'm Jason Ross Jr. saying so long, hoping that you have a wonderful night. Aquinas comes away with the victory in straight sets on the road here. We'll be back tomorrow on LTSN. 3 matchups for you. Blue Devil Volleyball and Senior Day from the LTU Athletic Field with LTU Women's and Men's Soccer on LTSN. Have a wonderful evening.